I cannot Twitch or YouTube, so just be aware. Or my PC will explode. Now I can't hear you.
Yeah, I'll have the Twitch chat open. I have myself muted. Sweet. All right. Let me just get everything up here. Do 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 do.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Hi, Chuck. Chuck, can you hear me? Is my audio good, Chuck? Hi, Pete. Thank you for the 32 months. What up, pimps? Oh my god, I had to crack my neck. Ugh.
Do it.
Oh, I did. You should hear me when I wake up in the morning. It's fucking.
Just sounds like a roller coaster getting to the top of the fucking hill.
It's like, remember the old wooden roller coaster in New Hampshire?
The Yankee Cannonball.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
I don't remember what it was. But it was like, that's what my neck sounds like in the morning.
Love it.
Awful.
Absolutely. Absolutely love it. All right, cool. We're live. Here we go. This episode of Not Another Gaming Podcast is brought to you by Wicked Good Gaming on Patreon. Make sure you go to our Patreon page. It's patreon.com/wickedgoodgaming. You can subscribe for as little as $1. You can support Wicked Good Gaming and Not Another Gaming Podcast and earn yourself some sweet rewards in the process. Get yourself some exclusive merch, some exclusive Discord perks, and a whole lot more. So go to patreon.com/wickedgoodgaming. Support your boys on the internet for as little as $1, and you'll make us feel good. You'll feel good, and we'll all make each other feel good. So without further ado, this is episode 315 of Not Another Gaming Podcast. Yo, welcome back to Not Another Gaming Podcast. Your boy Papa Dom. We're here live, direct, and exceptionally handsome because Bob fixed his lighting, and it's just we're all just going around, just one big beautiful family here. So we're just going to jump right into it. Chris is currently in North Carolina for the CDL Major. So big shout out to him. He got an entire row to himself on that airplane. He decided to post a picture of him like spread eagle across an entire row of an airplane, and those are the sweatpants.
Man spreading.
Those are the sweatpants I see him in every week, so I just know that whole row smelled wild.
Yeah, maybe he didn't actually get an empty row to himself. Maybe the people that were supposed to sit next to him specifically requested a different seat because he probably smelled like fucking, I don't know, sweaty ass and Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah, probably. But we're here. We are here live, direct, beautiful, just like we always do. Welcome back to the show. And I feel like we should just jump right into it, Bob. It's just me and you this week, so let's do a little weekend recap, huh?
Sure. Chuck, I'll say whatever you want me to say if you gift 5 subs.
Ooh.
And when I say whatever you want me to say, it has to go through my filter first. So
it's a hell of a deal.
Just keep that in mind. And yes, I did. I said so. Steve and I have been working together on the giveaway series that we're doing every month, and I bought a big fucking green screen that was like 75% off. It was like $140 green screen, but I bought it for $30. The problem is it's fucking massive, so I have to store it in a hall storage facility, like in my apartment building, in the hallway.
Yeah.
And yeah, So the problem was like this portion of the screen was too dark because I only had one ring light out here, and Steve was like, "Fuck it, like get a little more light."
Your audio cut out.
And I said, "You know what, Steve?
Yeah, there you go.
Hello?
Yeah, your audio cut out for a second. You're good.
Oh my God. I said, you know what, Steve? Good thinking. So I bought another one, and it's right there. And now the lighting works, so you can see my beautiful complexion. Yeah, looking good. Feeling fucking tired, but I have the next 4 days off. So Omega Pong, Giga Champ, Omega Pongers. I'm going to be hitting those DPS shorts horde.
Oh, yeah. Horde shorts. Yeah. What have you been playing?
Horde shorts.
For the people that don't know, what have you been shorting in?
So Dragonflight. I've been fucking balls deep in. Oh, thank God it was his audio. I thought his internet died. Oh no, your internet didn't die. That was just my audio for a split second. I don't know. Listen, my fucking audio interface is fucked right now, and I've been going back and forth with Focusrite for a week. I'm about to say heck it and replace it. So, I've been playing Dragonflight. Level 70. I just got to eye level 361 earlier today. I might hop on after this and just grind a couple more mythics just to try to get to like 365 or some shit, but we'll see. Been enjoying Dragonflight. It cut out again. I saw it. I saw it cut out again. Hello?
It's just, I think your video and audio from me are out of sync. I don't know if you like kill your video really quick and then just bring it back. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
No, it's a.
But you're giving me like
Kung
Fu. You're giving me like Kung Fu Master vibes right now.
Yeah, this has been happening a lot recently, actually, because of this fucking audio issue. So, hold on.
Pivot with their seasonal model. Right now, I think it's probably in the most.
Hello.
Yeah, you look good and you sound good. It's matching.
Yeah,
no,
they couldn't hear you.
Yeah, they couldn't hear me.
They could. I can hear you. They couldn't hear you.
Oh, okay.
You were talking to nobody.
Hey, that's it'll be fun to find that in the edit. But can everybody hear me now on the actual podcast?
Well, yeah, now because I'm capturing it again.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll just take it from the top.
I mean, it doesn't matter. This is going to continue to happen. I'm telling you right now, it's just going to keep getting. It's just going to be delayed the whole fucking time for my audio visual.
That's fine. I've been
trying to fix this for a fucking week.
That's fine. I'm just going to look at the screen. So as for my weekend, I was playing, as much games as I can, which hasn't been much because I've been doing a lot of like major renovations in the house. Just been working like crazy, just like basically around the clock. Just lots of construction projects underway, lots of home improvement, a lot of DIY shit that's going on. Been diving into Dragonflight as well. Mythic Season 1 just kicked off, which is great. So I've got almost all the Mythic dungeons keyed, which is great. I think I've only got 2 that I haven't got a key for. So just been trying to grind out gear. I think I'm at like 362 or 363 right now. Really, really enjoying it. Destiny 2's new season kicked off as well, which I jumped into and then immediately jumped out of because it is the same exact gameplay loop that it's been for the last year and has made exactly 0 adjustments or improvements to its formula. I mean, there's been a couple of granular things here and there that kind of make the game flow better, but it is in a very stagnant place right now, and I'm extremely concerned for the way it's going to look at the beginning of next year, because fan and like content creator feedback is really starting to like bubble over at this point, and Bungie and the Destiny team are acknowledging it. But at the same time, it's probably very likely that like they're already developing season 21. We're in season 19 right now. Season 20 is going to kick off 2023. They're probably already working on season 21. So any big sweeping changes or improvements probably aren't going to take effect until like fucking June of next year or something like that. So I don't know. I already pre-ordered the deluxe edition of the game, so looking forward to playing Lightfall, but I'm not going to be grinding the seasonal content nearly as hard as I have this year, which is probably the hardest I've ever done it. So maybe I also burnt myself out. I don't know, but WoW is in a phenomenal place right now. Mythic Season 1 feels good. Everybody's playing it. The gear grind is great. There's a billion different ways to level yourself up. And it's just scratching all the right itches. So yeah, that's
so my biggest problem so far is
And we'll roll right into it. Let's roll right in. We're gonna do some WoW talk because Chris.
So sorry, everybody he has no idea. Sorry, everybody that's watching this and has the audio delay because it's fucked up and my computer's fucked up and I'm about to throw my audio interface out because I have a replacement, but I didn't want to waste $100 if I could fix this. So I think I'm just going to waste $100 at this point and just fucking unbox the replacement that I have and use that. Because this is fucking horseshit right now. I fixed my fucking webcam. I fixed my visual setup and now my audio is completely fucked. But anyway, outside of Dragonflight, which I've been playing a ton, I haven't touched God of War this week because I've been grinding Dragonflight to hit 70 and then get my eye level up. But I've also been like getting in bed early and watching my roommate play Persona 5. And he's about like 16 hours into Persona 5 right now.
Yep.
And I'll never touch a game because it's a weeb game, but it looks really good. And it looks like probably one of the best JRPGs ever created if you're a weeb and you like that type of shit. But I'm not, so I just watch him play it. But yeah, my biggest problem right now with Dragonflight, and Steve's going to fucking hate me for this, because I've been bitching to Steve about this for like 3 days now. There are a lot of different ways to get your eye level up, and I've been doing pretty much all of them. Like I've been hunting my rares every single day for the past 3 days. I've gotten really nothing out of it. But then your renown quest that you get every week, that's the one where I always get a piece of loot that I can use. Like that's the one that bumped me up from 359 to 361 today. And then I ran another Mythic +3 or 2 Mythic +3s today. Got no fucking loot out of those either. So I don't know. I've been on a fucking loot drought this week as of right now. But I don't know. Maybe I'm going to run a couple more tonight and see if I can get to 365 or something.
Yeah. It's like we were saying last night. I mean, it's a long road, you know, like this first raid tier, like, you know, it may seem like you're in a drought, but like that's day to day, you know, like I probably did in my last sitting, like a handful of Mythic Keystones. I've been trying to do like +4s, +5s and really try to like push myself to get better gear, and the difference between a +4 and a +5 is like nothing. So I got maybe 1 drop out of the 4 that I did, which is brutal. Actually I got 2. I'm sorry, I got 2, which is still brutal it still feels bad because, you know, you have an opportunity if you run a regular heroic or a mythic or something like that to get a drop from every boss, but at the end of a keystone you're only going to get 1, but it's very good. But it's a part of the once we get a couple weeks in and you get the flow of it, like you'll go to your vault and you'll get a guaranteed piece based on how much shit you did. Like that is like that's part of it. You know, it's like Destiny is the only other game I play that has a gear grind to it, and that one is like you get a granular upgrade with almost everything that you do, but it is almost it's infuriating because it's so granular that it doesn't matter. You have to get like 10 upgrades or something like that to like get to a point where you can actually do something different. But even with WoW, I mean, it feels like they're just throwing gear at you because there's so many different avenues to do it. You can hunt rares, you can do world quests, you can, and the world quests scale now So if you hit a certain eye level threshold, the world quest will start dropping other shit that you can use to continue to pack yourself up. So I'm hoping at some point, I can have things calm down around me a little bit, so I can like get some dedicated time to sit down and really grind it out. But until that time, I will continue to pray for more frequent loot drops for when I can play.
I mean, all that being said, I have been enjoying Dragonflight far more than I did Shadowlands, and I did all the Shadowlands shit until like the raids came out, and then it was like, hey, you now have to collect 15 different currencies. Hi, Gab, by the way. You have to collect 15 different fucking currencies for 12 different factions. You need to fucking go suck the Death Knight counselor's toes on Thursdays between 8 and 8:15 a.m. Like, all that shit in Shadowlands was fucking ass. But Dragonflight thankfully doesn't have it. It's just like rep, doing rare hunts, doing weeklies, doing dailies, and then grinding mythics. And it's like, I had fun today because I was doing rare hunts while I was working. So like, I would be hunting for a rare for 15 minutes, like going in between instances and swords to try to find a sword that had the rare that I was looking for. And I was just banging out some research in the background while I'm searching for it. And like, that's fucking perfect for me. And there was another like wider ranging topic I wanted to discuss of like, right now in the year of 2022, like right now at the ass end of 2022 is the best gaming we've had in like 2 or 3 years. And I'm working on an article right now about this that like it's called Not Every Game Needs to Be a 10.
Oh.
And so the problem is there's been so many people bitching on the internet that like, oh, like Callisto Protocol, it's like a 7. Why am I going to waste money on a 7? 7's a good fucking game. Like, not every game needs to be Elden Ring. Not every game needs to be 45 hours long. Not every game needs to be massively open. And it doesn't have to have perfect fucking combat. But, like, as long as the story's cool, the setting's cool, which everything looks like in that game, like, you don't have to play the game. But you also don't have to bitch about the game. And another game that people were bitching about was Evil West. And that game is also a 7. That doesn't condemn it to, like, bargain bins in Walmart for being a 7 out of 10. Because, like I said, not every game is Elden Ring. Not every game is God of War. But the fact that these games they came out, if you want a good 10, 11-hour experience, single player, I think Evil West actually has co-op. But, like, those games exist on top of us having a half dozen different good multiplayer games to play right now. A fucking new expansion for WoW that actually works and people aren't already sick of. 3 other MMOs that people can actively play at any given time. Yep. And then 100 fucking indies that came out this year that are worth checking out. And then also, fuck it, there's new content for Elden Ring right now. There's PvP content added in the Colosseum. Like, there's so much shit to play right now. The fact that people are complaining on the internet, crazy. People complaining on the internet, who would have thought?
When does this happen?
But people complaining on the internet like, oh man, gaming's so stale right now. Brother, my brother in Christ, you play Call of Duty for 14 hours a day and that's it. You don't play anything else. Of course, gaming is fucking stale for you because you have fucking horse blinders on the whole time. You don't see anything else. 2022 has been a fucking magnificent year for video games. And the fact that people can complain this much about it is infuriating to me. Yeah,
no, I totally agree. My favorite tweet, probably like a top 5 gaming tweet for me this year was Kurt Benkert from the formerly on the Green Bay Packers, who said like a couple months ago, it was like, wow, gaming desperately needs Modern Warfare 2 right now. Like, the state gaming is in, it desperately needs Modern Warfare 2 right now. And I was like, no. People who only play Call of Duty desperately need Modern Warfare 2 right now. And that's it. But all of us already, we are getting to this point. We are already advancing way too fast through the circle of life. It's alarming. Where, like, the amount of bitching with Warzone and Modern Warfare 2 has reached a pitch where it's like, it's fucking nauseating, man. It really is. I mean, it's like, the only game that I play isn't exactly how I want it. What do I do? Fucking Shroud is playing WoW on Twitch right now. I'm literally looking. Shroud is playing World of Warcraft right now. Like,
well, Shroud has always been a WoW person.
He's always been a WoW
but
guy.
He didn't stream it. He didn't stream it until Classic. I watched him say that on stream before. He was like, I played WoW my entire life. I just never streamed it until Classic came out.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's just one of those things. I just anybody who follows me on Twitter knows it's one of my biggest pet peeves is like just the constant fucking bitching about COD. It's just like, play something else, please. There are so many other games out. Even Halo Infinite is a lot of fun right now. I played the winter update with Kev for hours the other day, and it was phenomenal. And it was one map. We played on one map. We played on the Pit from Halo 3 that they just remastered in the game.
The biggest issue that I found was, you saw the tweet that Jake tweeted the other day? Because that was the one that I had to highlight. It was like,
yeah,
all of these people are complaining because Call of Duty there's no gaming going on right now because of Call of Duty such in a bad state. Dude, if you can't see past Call of Duty and Warzone 2 and Modern Warfare 2, that's your own problem. Stop complaining about it. If you want to say gaming in 2022 is bad because that's all you play, you are just inherently wrong. You are wrong. There have been so many massive releases out this year, and not even just like Elden Ring or God of War. 100 fucking indies came out. 100 other AA studios released great games this year. Even the 7 and 8s out of 10s are playable. Every fucking game, every console, every system you play on, every genre you think there's a game, or every genre you play that you think there's nothing to play in right now, there is. And it came out this year, and I can promise you that. But like, just because you play Call of Duty and you think, oh man, I got nothing to play right now, COD sucks, that's your fucking fault. That's your problem.
If you say, I have nothing to play right now, and then follow it up with COD sucks, then there's your problem.
That's your problem. That's your fucking problem.
Hey, even if you want to play a Battle Royale, Fortnite just got a Unreal Engine 5 update, and it supposedly is beautiful.
And it looks awesome. It looks awesome. I fucking hate it. Hurts me. It pains me inside to say that it looks so good on Unreal Engine 5 that I contemplated re-downloading it, but I'm not going to because I don't have the desire to play BRs anymore. That's it. I don't have it in me. Warzone scratched zero itches for me when we played it for like a couple of nights. No. It did nothing for me. It reassured that like my Battle Royale stints are just like 3 years in the past. I don't care anymore. But like the fact that Overwatch 2 came out and it's like rejuvenated my like competitive hero shooter drive once again, like that scratch an itch I haven't had since fucking I played Overwatch 1 like 5 years ago.
Yeah, there's a million great indies out there that people still need to play. Need for Speed Unbound just came out and it's phenomenal. I played, the first 2 hours of it, loved it. I guarantee everybody has a backlog of incredible quadruple A single player games that they haven't played. I'm still working on. I gotta work through.
Do you want to see my backlog? Do you want to see my backlog?
I'm scared.
Because I've done the process. I've sat down. I've gone through my entire Steam, Epic, and Xbox Game Pass library. And I wrote down the games that I have on all of these that I want to play, and I'll share my screen. But so you're going to have to see the stream to see this. But hold on. Let me see if I can pull this up. This is impromptu, so just fucking deal with it, guys.
Yep. In the meantime, while Bob pulls that up, I'm working through God of War 2018 right now. I still need to play Uncharted 4. I have Marvel Spider-Man that I need to play. I want to play Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales. Like, there's so many games that I want to play, and then it's on top of all the other games. Oh, my Lord. Oh. Jesus.
How do I make it so you can you actually read it?
If I fucking full screen it, hold on. Asterigos, Curse of the Gods, Black Mesa, Days Gone, Halo Infinite, Kenna Bridge of Spirits, Metro Exodus, Middle-earth Shadow of War, Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor, Kami, Psychonauts, Plague Tale 1 and 2, The Room 2, 3, 4, Sekiro, Song of Horror, System Shock 2, Vampire, Deadly Premonition, Fear the Dark Unknown, Obscure Scout, KOTOR 1, KOTOR 2, Them and Us, Tortured Souls, Stalker, Game Pass, Scorn, Doom 3, Death Stranding, Hellblade 1 and 2, Metal Hellsinger, Persona 5, Signalis, Yakuza. Yakuza, maybe, High on Life, Alice Madness Returns, Chained Echoes, Dead Cells, Dishonored 1 and 2, Jade Empire, Ni no Kuni, Octopath Traveler, Outer Wilds, Prey, The Outer Worlds, Undertale, Control, Darkwood, Hyperlight Drifter, Inside Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and Tony Hawk 2. Jesus.
That's not all of them, by the way.
That's the truncated, abridged version.
Yeah. Yeah, I still have games on my PS4 that I have to finish playing too.
I feel like I need a fucking cigarette after reading all that.
That's my backlog. My current calculated backlog, which I still have far more of.
Yeah, I mean, if I just look at like my Steam library, I have, or even like I really wanted to finish Wonderlands, just to finish the story because I thought it started good. We just kind of like fell off really hard. Like it. Yeah, it was like meh. It was like, you know, it started off very strong, but I think like the shtick kind of got old for me. God of War, Marvel Spider-Man, Uncharted. I still need to finish Elden Ring. I wanted to play through all of Mass Effect Legendary Edition again. Mafia 2 Definitive Edition, Mafia 3 Definitive Edition, Need for Speed Unbound, what else? Baldur's Gate 3 I gotta reinstall and get going on that because that's gonna get officially launched very soon. Let's see. And then fucking we're right into 2023 and Star Wars Jedi Survivor Game of the Year 23 comes out March 17th. So I'm fucked. And and same thing. I still have to finish I got to finish Shadow of Mordor and play Shadow of War. I forgot I had those.
I haven't even looked into the 2023 games. This is just the games I have now. That's it. Like that. Yeah, these are the games that I have now that I want to play.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's looking spooky out there because, you know, I don't know, Bob. I mean, people keep telling me on the internet that gaming is dead, and that there's nothing to play.
Oh, it is.
So...
It's fucking dead. Yeah.
Okay.
Warzone 2 is in a bad spot. Gaming's dead.
Yeah,
it's dead. It's official. Dead.
Yeah, it's super dead. Oh, you know what else I wanted to finish?
From the creation of Pong to Warzone 2, dead. That's it.
Dead.
R.I.P.
Super
Put the tombstone up. It's dead.
Gaming might be it might be dead, dude. There's only 445,000 games out there. There's like 200,000 games on Game Pass. Let me see. There's a new Sea of Thieves season that I want to play. I still never finished Gears Tactics, and I really like that.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought Warzone 2 would be the stake in the coffin, though? Like really. Who would have known? Killed video games.
Still haven't played Tunic. Still would love to play High on Life, because I've heard that's awesome. Let's see here. There's there's like a bajillion games that I'm scrolling by right now, but no, I mean, gaming really is dead when you think about it. Yeah, new Destiny season, Tiggy. I mean, I'm gonna keep up with it just for the story, but I probably won't be grinding it. But you know, it's tough to think about all that because gaming really is dead. I mean, Warzone 2 isn't what Warzone content creators want it to be. So when you think about it, gaming really is just in the dirt right now, just in the mud. Sad that we really can't do anything about that, Bob.
You know what's really cool though? Epic was going to do this really cool thing for 15 days of December, but I feel like it's a little too late. Too little, too late because you know gaming's already dead.
I mean, they're doing it at gaming's funeral, which is crazy. Yeah,
I know. Like you're showing up to the funeral and you're like, oh, sorry, I'm so condolences, but guess what? We're going to be giving away 15 free games for 15 days coming up. So we know you're not going to play them. Just go back to Warzone. It starts tomorrow.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter because gaming died last week with Warzone 2. So we know condolences. We know you won't touch video games ever again because Warzone 2's recent update was not what you expected. So gaming's dead. But if you ever, if it ever gets revived, there's going to be 15 games for free on Epic for the next 15 days.
Damn.
But it's only one game for free every day. So you only get you have 24 hours to claim the game. So if there's a game coming out in those 15 days, just check every single day, basically.
I wonder what the next what the first game is going to be. Oh, mystery game unlocking in 15 hours, 25 minutes, and 12 seconds. Interesting. Yep. That must be the new one. Okay. Because they got free games already today. They have Saints Row 4 and Wildcat Gun Machine, and then the mystery like holiday sale game or whatever is being unveiled tomorrow morning. Interesting. Okay. I mean, yeah, it's too bad that we're doing this.
Check every day.
Check every day for a new game that's dead or whatever. But speaking of, when you think about it, the Game Awards really was like a celebration of life, because since gaming is dead and since Call of Duty, isn't what people want it to, isn't what like 20 people on Twitter want it to be, so gaming is dead. It was really nice for Jeff Keighley to throw such a celebration of life for gaming. In memoriam. It was basically like, when they do the Oscars with like actors that died that year, it's like an in memoriam. It's basically that. It was a big eulogy for gaming, and I really enjoyed it. I think this was probably the best Game Awards that we've seen. This was probably the best Game Awards that we've seen, maybe ever. This might be the best one yet. What did you think of the show overall before we dive into like who won, maybe like big surprises, stuff like that?
I thought it was really good. I was like half watching because I was playing Overwatch at the time, but it was like I had the audio still on. I was still watching, but I still think there was a weird imbalance of like, here, we're going to announce the award for, this category that's not super massive, so we're not going to have somebody come up on stage to receive the reward or the award. So we're just going to do it spitfire real quick, and then also check out these 6 ads afterwards. Like, I think there was still a pretty big imbalance. It wasn't as bad as previous years. Like, again, I agree with you. I think this was probably the best Game Awards we've had in years. Probably the best one we've had ever. But yeah, there's still that weird imbalance. And I think for the most part, every game that won was deserving of the category that it won. You're muted.
How's that? Muted. Oh, weird. I clicked the thing by accident. I meant to only be muted on my mic. I was like hitting it on my Stream Deck, but then I clicked it on Discord. Hey John, how are you? Prongers, yeah, absolutely. Prongzors. So the Game Awards was great. I thought, there was definitely a weird with like the esports stuff. I don't mind because like the esports awards was last night, and they have their own award show, so it's nice to recognize it. And I think they got to decide one way or the other. Maybe they even do in future years. They do like an esports awards collaboration or something like that, where they have somebody from the esports awards come on the stage and present those awards or something like that. But I think there's definitely a balance that you got to strike there. There were definitely some odd ones that I was like, why are they doing this over to like a sidebar? But then again, Christopher Judge spoke on stage for like 3 hours, so maybe they had to rush it. I don't know.
Who the fuck is gonna walk on stage, take a microphone away from him, and say, "Hey, you can't talk like"? What person in the fucking crowd is gonna try to stop Christopher Judge from speaking?
Christopher Judge was getting fucking bars off. He was really letting them fly, and he was like, "Yo, like." Christopher Judge was spitting. He was spitting on stage. He was going through everybody and their mother that helped make the game possible, including his own. And shout out to Mama Judge. And he shouted out like everybody along the way, the game directors to Sonny Soljic to the fans, and then he was just like, "Yeah, hire me." Like, and it's like, I mean, the man was campaigning for himself. I don't blame him. And then I was watching the Iron Lords podcast co-stream of the Game Awards. Shout out to Iron Lords podcast, and I think it was Cog, and he was like, who are they going to get? Like you were just saying, like, who are they going to get from the crowd that's big enough to move that man if they really wanted to take the mic away from him? Nobody. They just let him cook. And poor Al Pacino is standing right behind him.
First of all, they'd have to call me and King and a fucking swath of security guards to try to get him off the stage. And it still could have been difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Big Show coming out of retirement.
Yeah. It would be, it was really something. But yeah, poor Al Pacino was standing there. He couldn't read the cue cards. That was a pretty funny moment. Did you have any big surprises or announcements or anything like that you particularly liked?
Okay, so I'm going to go out on a limb again and say, do not trust whatever the Lords of the Fallen is. I played the first game. I did you all a favor. I made a review, one of the first reviews ever up on the site. Don't play the first game. Have very low expectations going into whatever the Lords of the Fallen is, because whatever they did with the original one was fucking awful. But Remnant from the Ashes 2 got announced, and that was probably my biggest, like, holy shit, I cannot fucking wait for this game to come out, because Remnant from the Ashes 1 was like the sleeper biggest game I played 2 years ago. Like, it was that game I played with two friends for like 100 hours. We played through the campaign 4 different times on 4 different difficulties, and it was just fucking, it scratched every itch that I ever wanted, and holy fuck, I cannot wait for the second one to come out.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Aside from the trailer for Game of the Year 2023, which is Star Wars Jedi Survivor, which is going to be Game of the Year in 2023, my biggest surprise was Crime Boss. Did you look at Crime Boss at all?
I did, and it gives me Cyberpunk 2077 vibes, because they spent so much money getting so many people involved in Cyberpunk 2077, and the game was still butt cheeks. So it looks good. The cast looks fucking incredible, but like I got that chip on my shoulder right now that like people spending this much money hiring this big of a cast scares me.
I'm right there with you. I understand that. And for those of you who don't know, so Crime Boss it's a first-person shooter. It's the vibe of it reminds me a lot of like a late 80s, early 90s action flick, like almost like a hybrid with like a Tarantino movie type of approach. And the cast so far that they've announced is Damien Poitier, Michael Rooker, Danny Glover, Kim Basinger, Danny Trejo, Vanilla Ice, Chuck Norris, and Michael Madsen, which is insane. It's an insane cast. I mean, it's like these are all it's like an all-star cast from like a late 80s, early 90s action flick, and then Vanilla Ice. It's wild. And to me, this game stuck out in my head as like what the Saints Row reboot should have been. Like it has a tongue-in-cheek, like we know type of vibe to it, where like obviously you're only going to take it so seriously because of the cast and because of the overall vibe of it. Like it's going to be a little cheesy, it's going to be a little campy, but it still has a serious tone, and it's going to be violent, it's going to be funny. This is what the Saints Row reboot should have been, and instead of like where you work for a tech startup that's I don't even want to think about it. But it's 505 Games. It's supposed to come out in 2023. It's actually coming out on March 28th, 2023. So 2 weeks after Jedi Survivor comes out. It looks a lot of it's getting a lot of comparisons to like Payday 2 with some of the mechanics, but I don't know if it's multiplayer. I'm pretty sure it's just like a single player game, but I'm not entirely sure. But you put Michael Rooker in anything, and I'll either buy it, play it, watch it, whatever. So that was my biggest surprise of the show. And yeah, I thought that was fantastic.
Jedi Survivor is going to be hands down probably the best game that comes out next year. But yeah, I'm still not sold on Crime Boss. I love me some Michael Rooker, R.I.P. Yondu, fucking salute. But I cried when he died. Spoilers.
Oh yeah.
Go watch the movies. But yeah, I'm not sold on it. There actually weren't too many titles I was fully sold on, to be honest.
I mean, and to be fair, Crime Boss kind of does have that look, and I'm like watching some in development footage of it now, where like you can, if it's not done right, it could just be like a janky mess. But I don't know. It looks great. It's still in development. I mean, granted, it just got announced, last week, and it's coming out in 3 months. So that's a little concerning that like we only just found out about it and it's coming out in like next quarter. So I don't know. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be cool. I really hope that it impresses. And let me see here. It's coming. Initially, it is coming to the Epic Game Store exclusively.
Sounds about right. Hey, hold on a second. Let's check the red flag meter. Just announced coming out in 4 months. Red Flag has a cast of $30 fucking million just to sign them on to do voice acting. Red Flag. Let's see. What's it coming out on? Only Epic? Red Flag number 3.
Oh, I guess Michael Rooker mistakenly put on Instagram that it was already out and it makes the perfect Christmas gift. Maybe he's talking about pre-ordering it. I don't know. But yeah. I mean, I want to play it. I don't know. Now I'm looking at all this stuff. I want it to be good. I want Crime Boss to be good, and the cast is great. The vibes are high on it. Now I'm getting worried that I kind of look at some of the Carfax here. But I mean, hey, they paid out the dick for that announcement at the Game Awards. I'll tell you that for free. That shit was not cheap. Little inside baseball on how much those announcements cost, and let me tell you, boy. So, but yeah, so that's it. As far as the Game Awards goes, I thought it was a great show. I think there's definitely some tweaks, that they can make, but overall, really good. Let's see, what else is there? Let me see. I'm pretty sure that was all I had. We talked about WoW. We talked about the little Epic Games thing. We talked about gaming being dead. We talked about Epic. We talked about the Game Awards. You want to listen to some voicemails?
Yes, my reactions will still be delayed.
All right. Voicemail time, 617-701-7678. It's the Internet Dad Sauce line. You leave the voicemail. We read it on the show. Boom, boom, boom. You know the deal. So here we go. Once again, Coleman left a voicemail on Saturday at 8 a.m. So thank you, Coleman, for being the first person to call me this weekend. Appreciate it.
Hey, boys. Coleman here. A little under the weather this week, so probably sound funnier than normal. But, yeah, I definitely didn't take any offense to the voicemail. Just want to clear the air on that. I actually just rambling and talking forever and just being able to talk to anyone, that's actually my dad talent. Everyone has an inherent dad talent that when they become a dad becomes their main dad fighter class skill. Dom, it sounds like you're definitely going to be the grill master. It sounds like that's already instilled there with you.
It's a lock.
My dad talent is definitely being able to just talk to anyone, anywhere. There's always that dad that'll just wander in somewhere, look at someone random, and just basically by the end of the night have made a new best friend. Well, that's definitely my dad's skill. So you guys definitely should have a cutoff button for me because I can talk forever and ramble and just keep going. You can stick me in the middle of a field and I'll be 4 hours, get a few laughs out of it. Yeah, so I hope you guys have a great week. Really hyped for Jedi Survivor. That was a absolutely filthy, disgusting, as the young kids say, trailer that I am stoked to play something like that.
Coleman,
the article
ball.
you posted that Jedi Survivor is already your game of the year, and I got to rebuttal that because we haven't even seen Starfield, and with the new potential that Microsoft has given Bethesda with how to really polish up and make their games look good, you never know. 2023 might be a very big year for gaming. Definitely seems like a lot more titles are going to be dropped that are going to be like some big names. Hope you guys have a great week. Love you guys. Bye.
Love you too, Coleman. Thank you for the voicemail. And yeah, I mean, clearly you know ball because you already know that Star Wars Jedi Survivor is going to be Game of the Year in 2023. John, who's in the chat right now, still hasn't finished the first one. So everybody tell him to get out of the chat and go play it. I'm sorry, John. But yeah, Armored Core got announced too. That looks pretty fucking sick. I can't wait to just get absolutely obliterated in that game because I'll have no idea what to do, and it's a From Software game. Eagles gotta go. So
Dom, what would be my latent dad ability if I ever had kids?
Dad strength.
That's definitely one of them. Yeah, but that's a given. I feel like mine would be like the ability whenever we're out in public at like family events that people would just leave us alone because they don't want to talk to me, and in like parties, like neighborhood parties, like would go a lot smoother that way.
Yeah, I think you could also do that by oversharing, which you normally do anyway.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't overshare.
You overshare about every bodily problem you have. So I think you would probably do that to other kids' parents about your kids and be like, oh yeah, he just like, shit out a bunch of intact crayons and yada yada, and they would be like, okay,
yeah, but then
take little Timmy over here and.
But yeah, okay, but you got to think about it, because then I would have to make the parents empathize with me and my child and say, listen, I've shit out my own number of crayons. I'm sure you've shit out your own number of crayons too, just as your kid. Your kid came over the other day and shit crayons left and right. Like, come on, we all shit crayons every once in a while.
Yeah, everybody knows that.
Empathy, dad empathy. That's a good one.
There you go, dadpathy.
Dadpathy.
Chris's would be dressing his child, because he's only gonna have there's only just gonna be one outfit. It's gonna be like a closet of black hoodies, or like black onesies, and he's just like, yeah, that's it. That's the one. Definitely not packing lunches. Actually, no, he probably would be pretty good at packing lunches because his entire like snack cabinet and like pantry, and he doesn't even have a pantry, and his fridge are all like prepackaged things. We just throw a Nutri-Grain bar in there, a couple goldfish. That's like all he's got anyway. Actually, might be pretty good at that. A little mustard, All right, next voicemail. Here we go.
Hey, fellas, it's Tiggy, your faraway degenerates and tonight we have Uncle Dom, Dr. Bob, and Chris is MIA, but Chris is working hard. We know that. We got the yin and the yang. Balanced, as all things should be. And I got a dilemma. I don't know if this is weird or not, but what I've been doing recently, I've been getting in the shower/tub, but I've been sitting down on the tub floor and letting the shower water hit me. And I don't know if that's weird, but it feels kind of good. And I'm not sure if I'm scared about that. I don't know. Let me know what you guys are doing. Let me know what you guys think. And what do you guys? Keep on going.
Okay, is this an internet thing? Because I've seen people tweeting at... Go ahead.
Okay, before the audio gets delayed. Tiggy, it's called depression. Okay? Every time I go through an episode, I have to sit in my shower for hours. Okay? And every time I have a panic attack, that's all that helps me. So, who knows? You never know. Actually, I can't even say that. Tiggy's too upbeat and in good nature and doesn't have the weak mental capacity that I have. So, maybe it's not. I don't know. If I could fit in my shower sitting down, I would. At my old apartment, I could barely squeeze into the tub, but now I have a stand-up shower, so I would really have to I'd be covering every square inch of the tile. So listen, if I could, I would.
Yeah. Hey, I can't say that I ever really do. I don't know that I ever would. I would just take a tub, and I am installing a new one as we speak, and I can't wait. So yeah, is this like a Twitter thing? Because I've seen people tweeting at other people like, do you sit down in the shower? I don't know what that's all about, but
the answer is yes. I would love to sit down in the shower. I think it feels better than taking a shower.
Sit down in the shower. I'm really gonna hate myself for even searching this on Twitter, but no, it's really nothing. Yeah, sit down in the shower. Yeah, no, I got nothing. There's nothing. I don't know. But Tiggy, no. The answer is no. All right, cool. Let's lay the train. Bob, who do you want to shout out?
Shout out to anything that fixes my audio. Literally anything. Could be anything, could be anyone. As of right now, I'm about to fucking spike this Focusrite off the ground and do a little fucking Office Space episode on it because this is pissing me off. So I'm going to try to make sure that this is not the case next week. Or if I stream at some point, because we might be doing WoW Wednesdays moving forward. We'll see.
Okay. All right. Big shout out to everybody that's subscribed on Patreon. Stick around afterwards for last call. We'll discuss some other stuff. And also, Big Wicked Good Gaming suck it to. I'm not going to throw them out there because no free ads. But as I was searching for that earlier, or like just now, I came across the clip again, and there was this dude who was streaming on Twitch, and he was like asking one of his viewers where she's been. And she said, I lost one of my parents. And then he went on this fucking tirade about how she shouldn't put like negativity into his chat and stuff like that. So Big Wicked Good Gaming suck it to that guy who then doubled.
Bro, you asked. You asked.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. You asked.
So Big Wicked Good Gaming suck it to that guy. Sadly, the clip is making the rounds and he's probably going to end up garnering a larger following from it. And then he ended up like trying to justify what he did like in a YouTube apology video, but yeah, Big Wicked Good Gaming fucking suck it. So hope that guy stubs his fucking toe in the shower and then gets shampoo in his eyes. Let's see. That's all we got. So thank you for tuning in to episode 315 of Not Another Gaming Podcast. Make sure that you subscribe to us on all of your favorite podcast platforms. Rate us 5 stars. Leave us a review if the platform supports that. Go to patreon.com/wickedgaming. Give us $1. It's the holiday season. I gotta buy carrots to leave for the reindeer. So make sure you do that. Other than that, this has been Not Another Gaming Podcast. We love you so much, and we'll see you next week. Fight!